All right, y'all, it is 4:13. I am supposed to be at the behind the scenes in 2 minutes. I'm not going to make it there, but the tour doesn't start till 4:30. Hopefully I'll make it there by then. I have no idea. I did not even know this was today. I completely forgot I'd booked it, but you can't reschedule it. Anyway, I'm running. I was in my car at like 4:02. I was going through my emails and realized I have this today at 4:30. I rushed over here to EPCOT. Now I'm parked in the middle of nowhere. Anyway, so this is where I'm parked. This is where I'm parked at, y'all. I gotta get all the way up there. Now I gotta get my short fat butt all the way up there. By the way, there is no tram at EPCOT right now. This is all walking. All right, that took 4 minutes. Now I'm headed in. Oh, I just... Sometimes magic happens and you find a cast member that's willing to really help you in a pinch. I literally walked up to her and I'm like, can you help me make some magic happen real quick? Thankfully, she helped out. That saved me a little bit. All right, it's 4:22. I'm about to pass the EPCOT ball, get to the Land Pavilion. My legs are on fire. Huh, Minnie's over there. You never see Minnie there. It's 4:27. I made it to the land. 4:30, exactly. I made it. Literally, we're going on the tour 15 seconds after I walked up. Thankfully, all I had to do was sign the release. I have no idea what I signed, and they already had a name tag.
Perfect. All right, and come on in. Yeah. You can even since day one. A common pest that we have in our greenhouses is our leaf miner fly. One way that we're actually able to control the leaf miner fly population is by using a biological control or another organism to manage the population. And we use parasitoid wasps. Really good. Look like a gnat. So what do those parasitoid wasps look like?
Gnats.
Oh, they're tiny.
Gnats, yeah, they're really tiny. They
So they gave us these whisper units in case when it gets loud.
Plants and they are come into battle. We essentially put leaf miner fly. They're in the first boxes, so that's like step one. Step one, we release the females, the leaf miner flies into those. Step two is bringing it over here with the parasitoid wasp. Step three is once the parasitoid wasp put their eggs in the leaf miner fly larva. The leaf miner fly larva, once they've gotten big enough, will fall out, and then these cups catch the larva, and then we take these cups and we put them in the greenhouse. So those cups that you were holding will eventually go into the greenhouse. They're more sustainable, potentially more nutrient rich, or they yield even more fruit, which can feed more people. So this lab currently partners with the USDA, or the United States Department of Agriculture, on a de-differentiate and re-differentiate into the cells that plant needs. So for example, if I take a stem and I place it into the growing media, that plant knows I need roots. So it's going to re-differentiate its cells into root cells and start to grow roots. But here in our 4 greenhouse,
There's the ride.
we grow plants is through hydroponics. So when we hear hydroponics, what are we thinking of? Water, right? Or without soil. I'm gonna burst your bubble. You don't need soil to grow plants. You do need 5 things though to grow plants. And I use an acronym LAWNS to remember them all. So let's think. L, lights. A, air. W, water. N,
Nutrients.
nitrogen, which is type of nutrients. And then S. S is always the toughest one.
Sodium?
Support.
Support.
So soil will provide support, as will soil provide the nutrients. So what we do here, and I by attacking the velcro. We also prune it so that it doesn't grow upward. Now let's think it looks cool, right? That's the only reason. It's spacing. So let's think if I'm able to grow vertically, I'm able to grow more food and how much CO2 are you bringing in there? Because she was like, all my leaves are wilting. You need carbon dioxide for the leaves.
And y'all just get all your carbon dioxide from us.
Yep. which is pretty cool.
Nice.
The tilapia are creating some nutrient-filled waste that the plants above are filtering and keeping the water clean for them. So Amy, Stanley likes high fives. Can you give Stanley a high five?
I can.
Yeah, even give him a harder one.
Oh, wow.
So Stanley is a sensitive plant. So feel free, if you'd like to touch Stanley, feel free. This is one that you are allowed to touch. Yeah, so it is a sensitive plant, or a mimosa pudica. So this is a defense mechanism. What Stanley is doing is taking all the water that tend to recreate a storm, so that its roots can be exposed for water to come in. If you want to take a video, this is the one to take. So I'll do it in 3, 2, and so if a big storm were to come through, all of its leaves would close up and all that water would go back to the roots, but also the roots are now exposed. Now it only takes Stanley about 5 to 10 minutes and all of its leaves will be fanned back, but on our way back you'll be able to see Stanley. Then you can come on down so everybody can see. This is just a fish tank that, again, we meet those 5 things that plants need. We've got that water, we've got that nutrients, everything. The biggest thing that a lot of people miss when they first start with hydroponics is the aeration. Make sure you provide that air to those roots, or those roots won't be breathing. So make sure media that I passed out. Yeah, and if you'd like one, come on. Say no thanks.
We're going to try cucumbers.
So the cucumbers that you're crossbred, and by them being seedless, they are also birth.
Not bad.
There's a chemical. So as we're passing, there is a list of the nutrients that we should put into all of our plants. All right. But welcome to our production greenhouse. Here in this greenhouse, you can buy. So
I want to try a tomato.
A lot of plants that you're going to find in our garden. We've even been able to tomatoes and pruned them into a tree-like shape. And the reason why I bring up that it is a world record, one of our tomato plants a couple of years ago yielded over 30,000 fruit. And we'll run a thin film of water from the top all the way down to the bottom. When the water gets down to the bottom, it'll recirculate through. But right now, it is being recirculated through a chiller system. Anybody know why? Is sand the best? Depends on the plants, but it's not providing any nutrients. And that's why we want to use it. Because we want to show you can grow anywhere. That's essentially what we're trying to do here in the land, that you can grow anywhere. But what we have underneath our road plants is drip irrigation. So here's a tube that's underneath the sand and right up against the plant's roots. When we plant the plants, we'll put the, and depending on the plant, we actually need to lay new tubing each time, depending on how those roots grow. I was over in tropics and I planted some zinnias. We didn't need to do the irrigation, but sometimes we do. They just replace the chia seed under there. But this tubing, it's on a timer, so there's a solenoid bank across the way. So kind of just like your lawn irrigation. Is that the one? And I'm like, no, that's self-fault. Over here is our winter melon. Winter melon can be
That's hops. They're all about to feed the fish.
2, 1, run! And then I know some people like to smell like fish. I am not one of them. feel free, if you'd like a picture with Black
That's the
Pepper Mickey, go
oldest
ahead. You
plant.
can step on up as I talk, take pictures, do selfies. People, there's our bitch. Pepper from that plant. We're making green. That plant. White. That plant. Pink. That plant. Black. That plant. You get all varieties of pepper from the same plant. You harvest it.
This is that fruit
I've
that
only
makes
really
everything
tried it
taste
with acidic
sweet.
things. Something that I've tried it with is, and we're gonna start making our way.
Stanley is back to normal. What a fun adventure that was. That was about an hour long and it cost only $35. That, you've got to try that. Behind the Seeds tour here at EPCOT. I also just had a great conversation with Kelsey, who was our guide, about Imagination Campus, which is now the overarching educational groups and all of the things here at Disney that are educational. They're bringing so much of that back. And if you have a school group or another group that would like to take a tour, please contact Blue Ridge Tours. That's my family's business. It's blueridgetours.net. And we can get you set up with that anywhere if you want to take a bus trip, especially coming here to Disney. Bands, all that other stuff. We got you covered. blueridgetours.net. But I will catch you on the next one. And remember, adventure is out there.